Winter is once again starting to reclaim the land. The days are becoming much shorter and the nights somehow feel darker. In a few more weeks, the last of the migratory birds will have abandoned this once green landscape. Most other animals will bunker down, leaving only the hardiest of animals to see it through the closing winter. Like a changing of the guard, winter will now dictate the pace at which life continues to move forward. Hello guys, thank you for joining me again on this latest video. I'm out today again in a carnivorous forest. It's one that's not been touched for many years. I always find these types of forests very interesting to explore. They're always dense, followed by open areas of greenland and overgrown wild grass. So this is going to be very interesting for me. Not done one of these for a long time. It's usually the pine forest that I explore, so I'm really looking forward to this. Hello to all the new subscribers and any of you guys out there that have recently joined the channel. Hope you're enjoying the content. If you can, please give this video a thumbs up before we start, and also hit that subscribe button. But remember, always hit the bell icon as well and you'll be informed for future videos. Without further ado, let's get exploring. It looks like there's something underneath this. If I crawl underneath this tree, there's like a steel roof that looks like it could have been used for a roof at some point. I always like to stumble across these things and just see what people have left behind. So I'm going to do that now and just investigate a bit further. Quite hard work. So straight away what I'm thinking is that this was at one point a hide for some kind of shooting activity, maybe pheasants or something like that. The reason I'm saying that is because of this thing over here, which looks like it's being used for a baiting pot or something like that along them lines. I'm not sure what the steel roof's being used for, but again, if we just turn around, there's another one of these little pot things over here. This is quite strange. I'm not sure what's caused this. I think I have mentioned similar things before in the past and asked the question, what's causing this, what is it? But this tree here, from the very bottom to the very top, is stained with a rusty colour. And it's the only tree. None of the other trees have this colour, just this one tree, stained from the bottom to the top. If anybody does know why that is, I'd be fascinated to know. And it's only on one side as well. It's only on one side of the tree, which makes it even more strange, because you would think that if it was a disease or an infestation taking over the tree, it would be all around the base of the tree, around the circumference of the tree, and not just on one side. I don't want to shout UFO straight away, but that's kind of where I'm thinking. We hear about the Travis Walton case and about how the object he saw in the forest affected the nearby trees. Just makes you think. can't work that one out. Something through this way is eating well. There's a dead bird, doesn't look like it's been dead for too long, but it's definitely been killed and eaten by something. There's definitely enough resources in this forest for something to be feasting well, staying full. I just showed you the bird a few minutes ago that was dead on the floor. Something's had a good snack on that. Off to the left of me is an empty eggshell of a bird. Hasn't fallen from a nest, obviously the ground is too soft for that to have cracked, so it's been eaten or raided and taken from the nest at some point. Off to my right is a deceased animal, a rather large skeleton remains. I'm not sure what animal that is. I'll leave that for you guys to try and identify. So something in here is feasting rather well. There's lots of mushrooms, and as we've seen, other animals to feast on. The wind's just picking up. It's definitely becoming colder as the weeks go on. Winter is just around the corner now. In another month it'll be Halloween, and I can already noticeably tell the difference in temperature. When I'm getting to bed on the night, it's a lot more cold than it has been in previous weeks. I can't wait for winter. I hope we get snow, and it only makes the exploring that bit more eerie, a bit more creepy. When you're out in these places and the temperatures are freezing, you're not only battling with the elements, but you're battling with fear, and all your camera equipment. It's quite challenging. I don't know if you can hear the wind now picking up through the trees. This used to be a public right of way, one that's not been used for many years, granted, but it was still a public right of way. However, since my last trip here, which was only a few weeks back, there's now a notice claiming that this open access has been basically made out of bounds, restricted for anybody to cut through anymore. Why that would be, I have no idea. It says open access under this act is excluded on the land edged in black on the map below. If we come to the little key, area of restriction, so it's anything that's surrounded in black with red hatchings, and that's pretty much this whole area of woodland where I saw weird things flying around. Why they would need this, why it's out of bounds, beyond me. But you're no longer allowed to go through here anymore. Always fascinated me why UFOs have some kind of relation to valleys and forested areas or vast expanses of water. A lot of abductees claim to have seen UFOs around these areas. I wonder if there's any specific reason why it's forested areas, vast expanses of water or valleys. The only reason I can think of realistically is they're mining some kind of delicacy, maybe wood, water itself, or maybe there's some kind of magnetic energy in these valleys that they need. Who knows? Okay guys, so if any of you out there know what species of mushroom or fungi this is, I'm always keen to learn new things about mushrooms and fungi. In fact, I've got a little book that I carry around with me, and I try to identify as many as I can just to build up a knowledge about these things. However, I've never seen this one before, and I'm sure that there's a few of you out there that are experts on this kind of stuff. So if you know what this is, please, please, please let me know. I'd love to know a bit about it, what it's called, if it's deadly, all those type of things. Lula. Right guys, unfortunately that's all we've got time for today on this explore. I hope you've really enjoyed this video, and if you have, please give it a thumbs up. Always hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, remembering to hit the bell icon so you get recent updates whenever I post a video. If you're interested in seeing more of my content that regards Bigfoot or any of the previous Bigfoot explores I've done before in the past, then check this video out and I'm sure you guys won't be disappointed. But until next time, take it easy, look after yourselves, and if you can, and you're in a position to do so, please, as I always say, look after somebody else as well. Until next time, take it easy. Peace!